Yoona and Hyun, real chemistry or just acting? Imagine a world where the line between scripted romance and genuine affection blurs so seamlessly that even the sharpest eyes can't tell them apart. What if Yoona's lingering glances at Hyun during their latest blockbuster promotions weren't just remnants of a role, but whispers of a heart skipping a beat in real time? In the whirlwind of Hollywood-esque glamour that defines K-dramaland, few pairings ignite such fervent speculation as the one between Girls' Generation's radiant idol Yoona and the stoic heartthrob Hyun, whose on-screen synergy in the Confidential Assignment franchise has evolved from playful espionage banter to something profoundly electric. It's impossible not to feel a flutter of excitement when revisiting those behind-the-scenes clips, where Yoona's eyes light up like city lights at dusk, catching Hyunbin's every quip with a softness that feels utterly unforced, leaving fans, and frankly anyone with a pulse, wondering if this is the magic of cinema or the quiet thrill of two souls sinking beyond the director's call. Diving deeper into the heart of their collaboration, picture the set of Confidential Assignment 2 International, a high-octane sequel that thrusts these two icons into a web of international intrigue, where Yoona's character, the fierce yet vulnerable North Korean agent, finds herself entangled in a love triangle that mirrors the very chemistry bubbling off-screen. During promotions in bustling Busan, Yoona couldn't hide her delight when recounting those pivotal scenes, her voice dipping into a conspiratorial tone as she described the happiest moments, filming alongside Hyunbin and Henney. Moments where laughter erupted spontaneously, breaking the tension of scripted chases and narrow escapes. One can't help but sense the warmth in her words, a genuine admiration that paints Hyunbin not just as a co-star, but as an effortless muse whose presence elevates every frame. It's that kind of revelation that tugs at the heartstrings, reminding us how rare it is for performers to alchemize professional respect into something so palpably alive, almost like watching fireflies dance in broad daylight. As the promotional tour unfolded across glittering press junkets and fan-packed events, their interactions became a masterclass in subtle seduction. Or was it? Hyunbin, ever the gentleman, with his measured smiles and thoughtful pauses, would lean in just a fraction closer during interviews, his gaze steady on Yoona as she animatedly dissected their characters' budding romance, her cheeks flushing ever so slightly under the studio lights. In one particularly memorable exchange, when asked about channeling a crush for her role, Yoona quipped with disarming candor that Hyunbin's inherent coolness made the acting superfluous, her eyes sparkling with a mix of nostalgia and mischief that had the room erupting in cheers. There's something profoundly endearing about this dynamic, a push-pull of idle poise and actor's depth that feels less like performance and more like two old friends rediscovering a shared rhythm, evoking that nostalgic ache for connections that transcend the spotlight. Connections that make you root for the fairy tale, even when logic whispers otherwise. Behind the velvet ropes of those red carpet appearances, where flashes popped like distant fireworks, the duo's rapport shone through in unscripted gestures. Hyunbin's hand lightly brushing Yoona's arm to steady her during a photo op, or her playful nudge when he feigned ignorance about a plot twist, drawing peals of laughter that echoed long after the cameras stopped rolling. These weren't the polished maneuvers of seasoned pros. They carried an undercurrent of spontaneity, like the way Yoona's brows would arch in mock exasperation at his deadpan humor, only for her lips to curve into a grin that betrayed pure delight. It stirs a quiet envy in the viewer, doesn't it? That effortless camaraderie, honed over years from their debut team-up in the original Confidential Assignment, where Yoona first navigated the thrill of on-screen infatuation, opposite a leading man whose intensity could melt steel. Back then, she admitted, the role felt like a natural extension of reality, his charisma pulling her in without a cue. A confession that now, years later, adds layers of intrigue to every shared glance, making one ponder if time has only deepened those unspoken bonds. Yet it's the quieter revelations from the set that truly captivate. Those unguarded snippets where exhaustion gives way to authenticity. In a vlog Yoona shared post-filming, capturing the chaos of night shoots under Jeju's starry skies, Hyunbin appears frame after frame, not as the brooding detective, but as the attentive partner in crime, handing her a steaming mug of tea with a wink that says more than words ever could. Her reaction, a soft, unguarded laugh that crinkles the corners of her eyes, feels like peeking into a private world, one where the weight of idle scrutiny lifts, revealing two artists reveling in the joy of creation. It's heart-melting, really, how such small acts weave a tapestry of trust, echoing the franchise's theme of unlikely alliances forged in fire. Here, though, the fire seems self-kindled, warm and inviting, rather than destructive. Fans poring over these moments can't resist the pull, dissecting every micro-expression. The way Hyunbin's shoulders relax imperceptibly around her, or how Yoona's voice softens when addressing him directly, as if reserving a special timbre just for him. Expanding on their journey, consider how this partnership has mirrored their individual evolutions. Hyunbin, post his global acclaim from Crash Landing on You, bringing a matured gravitas that grounds Yoona's effervescent energy, while she, fresh from triumphs in Big Mouth and King the Land, infuses their scenes with a vivacity that keeps even the most jaded viewer hooked. During a panel at the film's premiere, when probed about recreating their spark from the first installment, Hyunbin deflected with characteristic humility, crediting Yoona's infectious enthusiasm for making the impossible feel inevitable. A line delivered with such sincerity that it landed like a gentle confession, prompting a chorus of awes from the audience. One feels an involuntary smile creeping in at recollections like these, a testament to their alchemy, turning press obligations into poetry, where every answer peels back another layer of what makes them tick, both together and apart. It's this blend of professional prowess and personal poise that fuels the eternal debate. Is the flirtation a vestige of their roles? Or has the role become a veil for something simmering beneath? Peeling back further, the promotional vignettes from Seoul's vibrant film festivals offer even richer fodder for the curious heart. There, amid throngs of admirers waving light sticks in homage to Yoona's idol roots, Hyunbin stood sentinel-like, his protective stance evident as he guided her through the crowd, their conversation a low hum of inside jokes that left her giggling uncontrollably. A sound so pure, it slices through the din like sunlight. Analysts of such footage, from casual bloggers to dedicated stan accounts, point to these as hallmarks of comfort, where Yoona's usual guarded elegance melts into unbridled mirth, her hand fluttering to cover her mouth in that signature shy gesture. It's utterly disarming, evoking a pang of wistful longing for one's own such easy intimacies, and it underscores why their duo resonates so deeply. In an industry rife with facades, they offer glimpses of the real, unvarnished joy of collaboration. Whether sharing stories of grueling stunt rehearsals, Hyunbin's quiet pride in Yoona's wire work prowess, or trading barbs about each other's off-duty habits, like her love for late-night baking versus his disciplined hikes. These exchanges paint a portrait of mutual fascination, one that blurs the boundary between co-stars and confidants. As whispers of potential future projects swirl, rumors of a third confidential assignment installment that would reunite them in even grander adventures, the allure only intensifies. Imagine the possibilities. More chases through neon-lit streets, more stolen moments laced with that signature tension, all amplified by the history they've built. In reflective interviews, Yoona has mused on how working with Hyunbin feels like coming home to a favorite story, her tone laced with a reverence that speaks volumes, while he counters with praise for her growth, noting how her depth now rivals the most acclaimed thespians. These endorsements aren't mere courtesy. They carry the weight of shared battles, from dawn calls to emotional marathons that forge unbreakable ties. It leaves an indelible impression, a lingering curiosity that haunts like an unfinished melody. In a realm where hearts are scripted, could theirs be the exception, beating to an off-page rhythm? And as we savor these echoes of their world, one thing remains crystal clear. Their chemistry, real or real, has us utterly enchanted, craving the next chapter with bated breath.